Bree, I'm so excited to chat with you as a big Below Deck fan. And it was touched on kind of a bit when we were watching you. How did you get your start working on yachts?
So I started on yachts when I was living in the Caribbean. I moved there and took a bartending position when I kind of needed a break from the modeling industry. And when I was out there bartending, I met a captain and he was like, "I love your personality. You're working on my boat." And I was like, "I'm from New Jersey. I've never worked on a boat. I don't know." But then he was like, "Show up tomorrow, 8 a.m. I'll teach you everything. You're gonna do great." And then that's kind of how I got my start. So it's a very non-traditional start to yachting.
Well, had you been a fan of Below Deck or the franchise at least before joining?
I had heard of the franchise, but I didn't know too much about it when I first joined in the yachting world. I think you hear more about it when you're in the yachting world.
Especially these days, that you probably can't throw a rock without hearing somebody mention the Below Deck.
Yeah. Usually when people ask what I do, I'll say yachting and they're like, "Have you heard of?" I said, "Oh my gosh, that TV show Below Deck." Every time. That's how it goes.
What made you want to be a part of the series then?
I thought it would just be a ton of fun and a way to build my brand and kind of showcase my personality and my skill. And, sometimes things fall in your lap for a reason and you run with it and see where it can take you.
We have to say how sweet it was to see you and Harry quickly bond with one another. I'm curious, was there just this innate attraction to this sweet, sort of very affable, lovable guy? I mean, he's not all, good looks, just good looks. I mean, there's a great personality to this guy as well.
Yes, definitely. I think Harry's personality was what I was so attracted to off the bat. Like he's someone you would be proud to introduce to your family and he's just a good person.
It was so sweet watching you guys hit it off and you sort of guide him in the relationship. Um, and I'm curious, I think you talked about it a bit, but, he did think that he was sort of punching above his weight with you because, uh, you know, I think sort of, your beauty, but also you have this sweet, down to earth personality too, that I think is what matches his, which makes you guys, or made, I can't tell. I mean, you're not allowed to tell this yet. Such a great couple together.
Yes, I think just our personalities just meshed completely and you know, positive and positive. It's just like there was never a dull or sad moment with Harry.
I loved seeing you sort of thrive in this beautiful stew environment. And Laura sort of trusted you, I think, a lot to do stuff with the guests and stuff. But it was great seeing you this week, finally getting off the boat and doing more interactions with the guests. What did that make you feel like that, having her sort of in your corner and maybe looking back, watching her talk to Jason and saying, I think Brie needs to do more because she's so great in these aspects.
Watching that back, it's so special that Laura believed in me, the way she did, and I did have a very strong hospitality background of years that Laura knew about. So I think, she truly believed that she wanted to just see me succeed and do my best and grow as a stew, and she really pushed for me, and I really, really appreciate her for that.
I have to ask, certainly we've seen you go to Zarina a lot for advice on Harry, and Harry go to her a lot for advice on you. But also, we sort of saw you on Watch What Happens Live, maybe back Laura's decisions a little bit more. Um, is it just apples and oranges sort of at the same time, or is it where you're backing Laura's um work ethic and sort of her, and then but also you love Zarina too, and she's sort of a different animal though. You're separating things so that it's not like you like Laura better. It's just she's a different kind of person in this situation since they have been butting heads so much.
They are. They're different people and they both bring so many amazing qualities to the table. on Watch What Happens Live. It wasn't a dig at Serena. I think we were just honestly, like I think everybody knows where we could have probably improved better on the show. Um, and they're both great people, and I love them both.
Well, as I said, I loved seeing you interact with the guests more, and the guests seem to really enjoy having you there. And I'm curious, did you have a particular charter guest where you guys bonded more with, or you really enjoyed watching them thrive during their time on the ship?
I Well, there was so many good charter guests. I really enjoyed getting to play mermaids for a day. That was fun. And then I also really enjoyed I as crazy as the Miami crowd was, they were so much fun. They were wild, but they were so much fun. And I've even gotten to see them in Miami, and it's just all the charter guests were good. I think we were just very lucky with having great charter guests after great charter guests.
I think we were all grateful you got to stay out of the the Wehan drama of it all as well um, during the
Oh.
situation. How did Nicholas and Nate's presence sort of change up the
It
whole time?
completely changed the dynamic of the boat. Nick and Nate are just two amazing people to their cores. They're both smiling all the time, very helpful. I think for the crew, it was just like a weight was lifted. And I just think it made us such a close-knit family for the most part.
But I have to say, as Harry seems like our collective little brother from the fans, like we all want to protect him at all costs. And it was so sweet that all of you banded together to embrace him during those difficult moments with Vihan and sort of remind him you're loved, you're heard, and we all don't necessarily agree with him. So I think all of us owe you a collective thank you for being so careful with our little brother.
Yes, I mean, who wouldn't want to take care of Harry, especially because I think daily Harry takes care of the crew with just a smile. Hey, how are you? Good morning. And that goes a long way. So, of course, when he's in a time of need like that, we want him to know that he has that support back.
I know you got to explore the Seychelles a little bit during your time there. We saw plenty of beautiful turtle moments. What were some of your favorite moments from filming?
Oh my gosh, I think every day was so amazing. I would say I love the crew nights out. Of course, I do love a good little dance and I don't mind a margarita, but oh, the tortoise farm was fun. We did a beach day after that in the national park. That was amazing. It was just the Seychelles was truly breathtaking. It was every moment with the crew not working was just so special and just it was amazing.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention Captain Jason. What is it about his work ethic and his leadership that makes him just such a great boss?
He cares about his crew above anything. So while he's a captain, he's also someone you can go to and no matter what, he wants you to improve. So he'll do anything he can to see you improve in your roles. And if you're having a tough day, if you're just stressed, if you're tired, he understands and he'll listen to you and he's really good at giving advice. Like Captain Jason is just someone that you can always go to and having support like that from a boss is really special.
I mean, he was such a dad to Harry this season too. I think we all like sort of cried tears of like happiness when we saw him like helping him pick out his outfits to make things so nice for you and to like really make sure Harry felt like he was comfortable and giving you like giving him, I should say, like advice and also, helping him dress snazzy for you. It was just so sweet watching those moments. Are there moments looking back where you're like, I can't believe Harry did this, or I can't believe Jason did this for him? Are there moments like that where you watch and you're like, I didn't know any of this, and it's just makes you a little maybe misty?
It does. Watching it back, I didn't know Jason picked out his outfit for our first date. And, watching that back, I'm like, oh, and I'm like rooting for it. I'm like, yeah, tell him to wear that shirt. Like, they just have such a special bond. And It really is. Watching it back, it's amazing to watch. And I think Captain Jason gave him some swag, which helped his game.
I think so too. I mean, and I think Tsarina gave him some great comfort too, telling him, like this is how you are, and we love that about you. And that's what I think that he remembered, like that's also probably what Brie likes about me too, is that I am this person, so that he doesn't feel that insecurity about things. And that's why I think he went to Zarina and all those times, because she reminded him more than anything, you deserve this. You're a good person. You're a sweet man. Like these are just moments you need of insecurity, and it's just so great to see how wonderful your relationship is thriving on screen. And I know you said you can't tease where things stand, but we have seen Harry traveling a lot, and you did say you're in the Australian outback. Are you back now, or are you still abroad?
I am home with my family right now, spending some time here and just enjoying it. I will be heading back down under shortly.
Will you be taking on another stew position in the near future? Would you maybe even do another season of Below Deck Down Under?
I would always, always, always love to do another season of Below Deck. But I definitely do want to elevate my career and move up into higher roles as well.
What would you like to be sure that fans know about your time on Below Deck Under? Is there something you want to make sure that you sort of explain, but also share with them about the wonderful time you had?
The whole thing was just like a pinch me moment, honestly, from the crew who became family to the amazing team that worked on the show. It was just a once in a lifetime experience, and I am forever grateful. And I feel like it was just so authentic, and I was myself, and I get to watch that back, and I'm just really, it's a very emotional thing. It's something I'll never forget.
It is a beautiful snapshot in time of your life that many people don't get. And this will be there for you going forward. And maybe a moment that you and your relationship enjoy in the future.
We'll have to stay tuned for that.
That's right. Thank you so much, Bree, for all of your time today.